Well, guys, we need to talk about Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith has made it be known as of late that he is not a fan of one Beijing Biden. Now, does that mean he's going to vote Trump? No, because Stephen A. said a while ago, we need a new president. But however, he still insinuated that he may end up still voting Joe Biden. Now, this just baffles my mind. Stephen A. likes to think of himself as an intellect. But if you are an intellect, why in the world would you actually go out there and vote for Joe Biden? You clearly are not a fan of this man. I mean, Stephen A. has been on a rampage roughly the last half year of destroying Joe Biden. But why, Stephen A., would you actually go out there and vote Biden? You have complained about everything that this man has done. I'm talking about going all the way back to the crime bill. Yes, Beijing Biden wrote the 94 crime bill that locked up a whole bunch of black people. And black people were complaining about it, but black people went out and voted for Beijing Biden at an 87% clip. Even though this man right here is the one that wrote that crime bill. Now, we know that the media was definitely covering up a lot of the crimes of the Beijing Biden crime family. We know that. But anyway, let's focus back on Stephen A. I don't know if you guys actually have seen this. Maybe you guys have. Should have did a video on it. But Beijing Biden, man, and the Democrats are so desperate to get the black vote that Beijing Biden resorted to buying fried chicken for a black family to try and win that vote. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. When I saw that, I cannot believe it, man. Beijing Biden got fried chicken set down in this black family's home to pander. Now, folks, if fried chicken is going to be the key to the black people actually voting for Biden at a 90% clip, I don't think there's any hope for black people, man. I don't. Now, some of the polls have Trump getting like 20% of the black vote. That is a death blow to Joe Biden and Democrats if that happens. I believe that's a possibility, mainly because of black men. Black women are probably a lost cause right there because they vote Democrat at a much higher percentage than black men. I mean, right out here in Texas, black men voted for Greg Abbott in the governor's election. He got 22% of black men to vote for him. We know that black women, they're like almost all Democrat. Astonishing. But let's get into what Stephen A. had to say about Beijing Biden getting this fried chicken to pander to black people. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Remember, live stream every single Friday. We're going to be having one tomorrow. Just starts at $5 per month. If you watch on Rumble, click the join button, get access to the same thing. So here we go, guys. Look at this. Racist tropes. That is the words that Stephen A. used. Stephen A. Smith blasts Biden for eating fried chicken with black family. Yeah. Now, the old saying is that black people love fried chicken. Now, I'm from the South, okay? Not just black people love fried chicken. Everybody loves fried chicken, okay? In the South. But the stereotype is black people love fried chicken. Yeah. So let's go down here and react to this video. And it's actually going to show you some of Beijing Biden actually pandering to black people to get their vote. Let's roll it.
You got chicken fingers, you got the whole deal. I went the route of making sure I had a hamburger. So tell me about you guys. What you doing these days?
Why don't you share about your passion in sports?
I'm playing AAU basketball right now.
Are you really? Are you guard?
Yes, sir.
Now, what grade are you in?
7th grade.
7th grade.
Right now I'm just doing basketball, playing guard on the JV team for my school.
How about in school? How y'all doing in school? You should tell the president about the school.
Favorite thing about it is the business academy I'm in. You get to like travel, so we've been to like NC State, Wake Tech, and
You're kidding me.
we went to this small dry cleaning business. And it's cool. It's a great experience.
I'm impressed.
You know what's really sad though, guys, is that the black father, maybe he doesn't realize that Beijing Biden doesn't give a damn about them. He is there to pander to get the black vote. He doesn't care about what these kids are actually doing in school. Joe Biden is an old Dixiecrat. Joe Biden is Bull Connor. Joe Biden is George Wallace. That is the real Joe Biden right there. Everybody that knows Joe Biden's history knows that as a fact.
Is that a new program at the school?
Yes, sir, it is. It just started just a couple of years ago.
You know how much this guy loves you. You just feel it, can't you?
It's a,
Your dad jumped in front of a bull for you. By the way, we dads are hard to raise. Once you're a teenager, we're hard to raise. So you gotta be patient with us, you know what I mean?
it's a,
Go patient.
Oh! Ah! Before I get into this, let me say, in the interest of full disclosure, fairness, the Biden campaign says it would target North Carolina with heavy advertising in its push to win the battleground state in the 2024 election. Biden narrowly lost.
Well, Biden right now is losing every single swing state, including North Carolina.
North Carolina to then President Donald Trump in 2020. Biden visited Raleigh last month to speak about broadband internet and economic development. In the video, the president is seen, basically at a restaurant called Cookout, where he and Democratic Governor Roy Cooper ordered fried chicken, burgers, milkshakes, a signature of the restaurant, okay, before they were sitting, wherever the hell they were sitting. Biden then, it was at the guy's house. Biden then delivered the meals to the Fitz family, where they spoke about education over this fried chicken dinner. Biden made student loan forgiveness a key political battle in his first term as president. And
you know what? He did that to pander because he does not have the authority to actually do that. Only Congress can do that. Biden can't do that by executive actions, even though he did it individually. But we know when he actually tried to do it universally, Supreme Court actually shut it down.
Fitz is one of the tens of thousands of Americans who have had some student loan debt erased by Biden's actions. The video Biden posted Monday, however, focuses instead on the kids' plans, which is what you saw. Why do I have a problem with this? First of all, we all know about racial tropes, do we not? Racist tropes. You ever heard of that? Where people sit up there and try to use things to intimate something else of a racially insensitive nature. So black folks with the president and fried chicken ain't the greatest look. That's number one. Number two, President Biden, respectfully, I got to ask you this question. What the hell are you doing eating fried chicken? You're 81. What 81 you know is munching on fried chicken? You ain't been in the greatest health in a lot of people's eyes, you know. So eating some fried chicken ain't the greatest look. Thirdly, y'all knew Fox News and other networks jumped on that, right? And they talked about how he's trying to appeal with the black vote to go get fried chicken. They made the connection, right? Y'all would have a problem with Fox News and Jesse Waters bringing something like that up. I have a problem with the president. There's black kids all over the place. There's a whole bunch of black kids in Raleigh, North Carolina. That is the kind of scene, that is the kind of imagery you and your team decided to provide? Really? Really? Sitting down eating fried chicken. Come on, man. Now, on this show, I've called out Trump and various other Republicans for some of the decisions that they made and some of the things that they've done. Do you think I'm going to let President Biden off the hook? This wasn't Kamala Harris in Raleigh. This was him. This is the same dude who was a senator in the 90s pushing the crime bill. You know.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there real quick. Even if Kamala Harris went into a black community, brought a black family fried chicken to try and win their vote, I would think that's pretty despicable also as well. For one thing, Kamala Harris ain't black. She's Indian, by the way. But I digress.
That crime bill that led to mass incarceration for an inordinate amount of black folks that Bill Clinton himself and others in the Democratic Party lamented? Well, who was more of a culprit in that regard than Biden?
He wrote it, and you still voted for him, Stephen A.
I recognize what he's done for HBCUs. I recognize
What did Trump do for HBCUs? Oh, yeah, he did a lot. Gave them a lot of money so they don't have to come back every year asking for money.
Done for infrastructure. I recognize what he's done for forgiveness of student loans. I recognize these things. I'm not trying to expel or expunge the good that he has done. But this imagery, I want to know who the hell came up with that idea. Because you know Trump and the GOP are going to use that to their advantage, right? And they'll be right to do so. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if we're being fair, if we saw Donald Trump sitting down in a black household eating fried chicken with a father and a son, what would we say? What would we say?
I don't think Donald Trump would stoop that low to pander to black people like that. I remember what Trump said in 2016. He was keeping it real with black people. He wasn't giving them any false hope. He's like, look at your neighborhoods. Your schools suck. Your neighborhoods suck. What do you got to lose? He was upfront about it. But Democrats, still Dixiecrats like Joe Biden, oh, they want to pander. They want to pander and give you false hope. They do this every election cycle, guys. Every time.
What will we say? You know folks out there will be calling it racist. Well, if it's racist for him, and I'm not saying it would be, but if it's racist for him, why wouldn't it be racist for Biden? I'm not calling the president the R word. I'm not making that accusation. I'm not accusing anybody on the Democratic or the Republican side for feeling that way over such an incident. What I am saying is it is what you projected in the eyes of some people. You've given people that ammunition. And if you could give it to them on the right, what absolves you on the left from doing the same thing? I mean, damn, I should have ran for president. Some of the idiotic ass things that you folks do, the level of insensitivity, the lack of understanding. No wonder people are willing to vote for Trump in 2020 or 2016. No wonder they're looking for candidates all over the place. No wonder you lose faith in the political apparatus that exists. Some of the asinine decisions that y'all make with no regard, no understanding, totally oblivious to how it's going to look. You don't think people going to look up Biden's history as a senator before he became president?
Jim Crow Joe.
And juxtapose that to the imagery that was just provided? I should have ran. I might have got tens of millions of votes going up against some of y'all idiotic asses.
Wow. So you saw that right there, guys. That is Stephen A. Smith destroying Joe Biden. Now, Stephen A., why don't you just go out there and vote Trump? Vote Trump. A whole lot of things would be much better. You wouldn't have to worry about all this political pandering because Trump doesn't do that. Trump is just straight up front with you. I mean, the wotes out there, the left, man, they were crushing Trump for dropping those sneakers. Trump is a capitalist, man. He's like, hey, you want these shoes? You gotta pay for it. Whereas Joe Biden, he says, I'm giving you fried chicken. Vote for me. Man, what an idiot. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.